They will have. So we are Cindy and Jen Sprintison. We are so delighted to be here with you tonight. And never in our life did we think that we would be sitting here today after 3 years of sharing something and wearing something that we knew nothing about 3 years ago. This little teeny patch called the X39 Technology has completely changed our lives. We are so like we are just sold out. We're 150% in because over the course of 3 years, we've done the same thing every day. We take this little patch, we peel it, the back off of it every morning, and we place it anywhere on our body. Mine right now is right here on my wrist. And we just go about our day. We go about our life doing whatever it is that we're going to do that day. And as we wear this patch, it is actually stimulating our body to repair itself. We call it our stem cell reactivation patch, and sometimes I call it my age reversal patch. We have received all of that. So we peel the back off of this little sticker, we place it on our clean, dry skin, and our heat activates that patch. And as that patch is activated, it becomes like a simple mirror reflecting our own infrared light. We all emit infrared light through our skin all the time. And it's actually taking and acting like a mirror to reflect our own infrared light back into our tissue. When that happens, a specific peptide is re-elevated. And when it is re-elevated, naturally, just like science, when we were younger, we then begin to have our stem cells reactivated to a youthful, healthy state. Our collagen is reactivated to a youthful, healthy state. So, what I'm saying is that we are literally stimulating our bodies through this patch. We're going to tell you more about the details of this technology in a few moments, but we are just reactivating our body into a youthful state, a healthy state. We call it our natural reboot. For us, I've been a healthcare professional for 50 years. We've spent the last 30 plus years really focused on natural health. So for us to be able to have a natural reboot for health, wellness, and age reversal
This is probably the
huge.
most exciting technology that we've seen in the last 30 plus years.
Forever, really.
Forever, yeah, but yeah.
It really is the most incredible thing we've ever seen. And, it's been so amazing, not just for us, but for so many. So tonight, we're going to have, at the close of this short presentation, we are going to have people voluntarily share their testimonies of the technology that they've received or the testimonies of sharing this opportunity and what it's done for their family and the blessings they've received. So we cannot wait to get started and share with you. We know that many of you are brand new tonight. Someone just told you about this little patch. Welcome. You are going to, this time tonight will not be wasted. You are going to be so excited about what we share with you and the testimonies that follow. And we know that we have others here that have been using the patch for up to 3 years. And the life-changing testimonies have been incredible. Now, this little patch doesn't treat, heal, or cure us, but this little patch has certainly rocked our life. And so we're excited to share with you. We are going to use a slideshow. And the reason we're doing this is just to show you that anybody can do this. We are simply going through slides that anyone can read and share. So here we go. So we want you to know, how does the X39 work? So this little patch is called X39. And how does it work? So I already mentioned to you that we peel it and we place it on our skin. Well, the most important thing for you to know first is that this patch doesn't put a single thing in your body. It is filled with organic salt, sugar, and ground plant particles, but it is a non-transdermal patch. That is a patent. That means this patch cannot put anything in your body. It is sealed. And so the other thing is that when I said what was inside of it, that is a patented nanocrystal technology. I mentioned that we peel it, we stick it on our body, and the heat activates what's inside the patch, and then it reflects our own light back into the body. That's number 2 patch. That's called phototherapy. There are no drugs, no chemicals, and no stimulants in this patch. This is non-invasive. I mean, how much better can it get? Really, right?
Yeah, pretty easy.
So, as we begin to share with you, we want you to know that not only is this patch not putting anything in your body, it's reflecting your own light in your body, but the third patent is literally what sold us. And that is that when we put the patch on our body and the patch reflects our own light, our own infrared light back into our body, what happens is a patent. It is the elevating of a copper peptide. And when that happens, what is going on next is that your stem cells are naturally reactivated to a youthful, healthy state. There are so many things that are happening. When this happens, along with your collagen being reactivated to a youthful, healthy state, and inflammation is decreased, and the patent covers age reversal. We're going to go over that as we talk through these slides.
All right. Why would why would you want to wear the X39 patch? Well, the fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age. And a lot of people don't know at 30, only half of them are active. And at 60, you lose almost all your stem cell activity. The stem cells is what's honestly keeping you together because they turn into any cell within your body. So, I mean, as Cindy said, this is probably the most exciting thing we've seen. And, especially today with everybody's talking about microplastics, the food supply, the water,
the lack of rest, the stress a lot of people are under.
What's in the air, and so on and so forth. Well, the parts we can't see are breaking down even faster. So that's what really makes this an exciting technology. Something that can actually reverse what's been done.
The health of our bodies.
Yes.
So here we are in our early 70s, and we feel like we have found the Holy Grail.
Okay, how do you wear the X39? Well, this is the simplest thing out there. I mean, everything else you gotta swallow something, you gotta drink something that doesn't taste good, you gotta
injections, infusions,
and whatever. And this you simply stick it on your body. It does not get any simpler than that. You put it on 12 hours, take it off for 12 hours, let your body rejuvenate. Put a new one on tomorrow. Drink plenty of water because it's going to work better if you're hydrated. And drinking extra water is good for you anyway.
And this is all for $3.40 a day.
And the benefits, like to me, this list is just a small little list. We've seen all these and more. Increased strength.
Yes.
Especially at our age, you really notice these things: reduced inflammation, increased stamina, energy and vitality, mental clarity. I hear people every day complaining about brain fog and so on and so forth.
Can't remember where they left their car keys. That's a simple one.
And a lot of these people are half my age, so yeah. Restored muscle and skeletal conditions, improvement of sleep. That's a biggie. Without sleep, everything else comes apart too.
That's right.
Improved skin appearance, and so
what I love is that this is not just about physical health; it's about mental and emotional health too. So there are also long-term results.
Long-term results. And first few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset. And I always say that, if that's all it did, I'd be excited because as we age, we have genes that turn on that we wish would stay off and genes that turn off that we wish would stay on. And this is resetting some of them. So that's exciting.
Huge.
And that's about a quarter of your genes being reset. So that's pretty huge.
Yeah.
6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced. And you'll talk about that a little more in a minute. 3 months, your collagen's increased. And here again, this is your collagen. This is collagen your body produces. It doesn't get any better than that. You're not swallowing anything, smearing anything
It's
on your
not
body.
expensive collagen.
No.
It's your own collagen being
Yeah, I mean, this
reactivated.
is just an added benefit of the patch besides the stem cells. So yeah, and when you think about the cost, if you're using a collagen, that's expensive too.
Well, I always say everybody today is looking for stem cells, peptides, reduced inflammation, anti-aging. Here we have and peptides. We have it all in this little teeny sticker that's not putting a thing in your body. It's just
Yeah.
stimulating your body.
6 months, your heart reverses in age. We've seen that personally with people that we know.
Yes,
And so, it's not anti-aging, it's actually age reversing. That's what David Smith says. He's the guy who invented this. So
that's right. So I love this brain case study. This is a picture of a 77-year-old woman who was in the case study. And I want you to look at session one and the red. This is her brain. So the red is signifying inflammation in the brain and a lack of brain coherence, and there's hyperactivity in her brain. She has not used an X39 patch to this point. Now, session two, she has been wearing an X39 patch at the back of her neck for 3 weeks. There is no more inflammation, improved brain coherence. That's what Jens was mentioning a minute ago about the brain fog and remembering where we put our car keys and all of those things. I was mixing up my grandchildren's names and they were laughing at me. But the bottom line is, at 3 weeks, I was already seeing an improvement. Then session three at 6 weeks, a complete turnaround, no inflammation, better brain coherence, and the brain is calming down. That's when my grandchildren told us after we had them for 7 days, all five of them and their two dogs, and they said, Cece, do you realize that you never called any of us by the wrong name this week, nor did you even call us by the dog's name? We laughed at that, but at the same time, they were correct. I did not. And that was only after being on the patch somewhere around 3 to 5 months that we recognized it. So our teamwork that is created by our family, my baby sister and her husband, Steve and Gina Merritt, is called This Is It Team. So we created 2 sites that you can get all of the information. Right now, I'm going to talk about thisisitinfo.com. So if someone out there is saying, I need a deep dive, I need to see more, this is where you go. All of the information that can be trusted is right there. You cannot enroll there to get your product at wholesale. We're going to tell you about that in a few minutes. This is just a site to learn about the technology. And thisisitinfo.com. So our family put that together and it has literally changed our lives because David Schmidt allows us the privilege to tell others about this technology and about this opportunity while he is busy keeping everything straight, making the product, and just making things come together so that we do not have back orders. We always get our product. So the X39 is so sophisticated and yet so simple to explain. The testimonies have been life-changing and emotional. You're going to hear that in a few moments as others are sharing. The best thing about X39, it absolutely works. So I'm going to just share that with Jens and I, we've had incredible testimonies, so many. And I'm not making a claim. This is our story. When we first got in, I had improved sleep. I was a one-patch wonder where I slept all night after the first patch. That's not really a common thing, but I experienced it and I hadn't slept well for decades. And we have experienced things like he was scheduled for gum recession surgery. They canceled that at 5 weeks of being on the patch. They saw his gums were repairing and reversing. That's what we mean by reversal of health, going back to a healthier, youthful state. Things like mental clarity. So we're going to have so many testimonies coming on tonight. So we're going to stay light here and you hang on and you'll be able to hear testimonies from many others as we finish up the Zooms and the slides, excuse me. And so I know many of you are saying right now, how can I get my product and how can I get it at the least expensive price? Well, we're going to tell you right now, how can you get it for wholesale? Now, there's a 30-day money back guarantee. So this is a no risk. It's a no-brainer. It doesn't matter if you're on medications. It doesn't matter what you're going through. This is not putting anything in your body. It has no drugs, chemicals, or stimulants. So it's only using your light. You can use this patch and it will change your world. But you may not get a testimony in a day or a week. It might be 3 weeks, or my baby sister was 6 weeks when she had a testimony with restless leg syndrome. So here's how you get the product. Now, someone has invited you on tonight and shared with you that they want you to understand what they're using and how it's changed their life. So we have 3 packages to pick from.
All right, there's 3 packages to pick from. The best one obviously is going to be the premium. That's where we came in at. I mean, that one's
The best price.
that's the best price per sleeve.
Yes.
That one's $1,790.
50.
50. I don't know.
$250
We
for
bought it.
20 sleeves.
We bought it 3 years ago. I can't remember what
Yeah,
it cost.
that's right.
Anyway, so I mean that's for somebody that says, "Hey, I want to," there is a business opportunity attached to this. This
Which
is
we'll tell you about in a few moments.
that's for somebody that really wants to grab this thing and go. The advanced.
And why do we want 20 sleeves? I want to hit on that.
Okay.
The reason we want 20 sleeves is so that we can share a sleeve with someone who is local that we share this opportunity with to get their product at wholesale, and they don't have to wait for theirs to arrive. There are 30 patches in this envelope called a sleeve. And so when they sign up, we loan them a sleeve. But if they live long distance, we don't send them a sleeve because theirs will arrive the same time. So we don't give it away and we don't retail it. And then the middle package is called the advanced package.
The advanced package, that's 6 sleeves and it's
$35.
$35, and that's a good package too. I mean, we always tell people come in where you can afford.
That's right.
And
whatever your budget allows.
And then the core package, it's $295 and it's 3 sleeves.
And that's just for someone
Yeah.
who's saying, I just want to try it. I want to see what I get. But we want to tell you, don't think you're going to get all of your testimony in 30 days. Give it a minimum of 90 days, 6 months. We are still receiving testimonies. And as I said earlier, we just hit our 3-year mark. So what do you want to do? You want to get this enrollment form filled out before you lay your head on the pillow tonight. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. We had no idea how incredible this was going to be in our lives. And you want to choose a monthly subscription of 1 or 2 sleeves. 1 sleeve is going to allow you to maintain the gift that you get from volume that flushes up to you. I'll explain that in a minute. And 2 sleeves allows you to receive all of the money that you have earned. So we want you to know too, there is a gentleman behind this technology, and he's the CEO, the inventor of X39, and he is amazing. And it's really important for you to understand who this company is.
Okay, David Smith. Actually, David Smith got his start, back in the late 90s. He actually got a government contract with the Navy SEALs. These guys are going down in mini subs. They get depressed. They can't sleep and all that because there's no light down there. Well, David said, well, there is light down there. Your body's full of it. And he actually created the
phototherapy.
The phototherapy, and he was able to, get those guys to sleep and
relax
and do what they needed. So anyway, that was 20 years ago. Today he has over 200 patents.
Amazing.
He is, yeah. I don't know who has 200 patents, but him. But anyway, scientist and inventor. He specializes in age reversing. In 2008, he focused his attention on stem cell research. And 10 years and $4.5 million later, the X39 came to market. This company is literally on fire. It's a 20-year-old company. We're open in over 75 countries. It's actually the fastest direct selling company in the world right now,
Yes.
as far as growth. It's what I love about this. If you're looking for a business opportunity, it's not a me. Yeah, it's not a me too.
Plan B or C.
It's not a Me Too product. That's the real secret of this company. You're not trying to tell people, well, your supplements or your skincare is better than
That's
theirs
right.
or better than what you get at Costco because nobody else has it. It's
No
patented.
one has
So
this.
literally, this company has went from 20 million in 2021. Our family got involved in it in 22, and this is a team is also the largest team within Lifeway. And this company, we took it last year to over 600 million, and this company will pass the $1 billion mark this year. So I mean, the growth is nothing short of spectacular, really. And the reason it's growing is like Cindy says, it works.
That's
If it
right.
didn't work, we wouldn't be a $1 billion company.
That's right. So we hit number one in growth in 2024 and 2025. And David Schmidt and Lifeway gave kudos to This Is It team for bringing them to number one in momentum and growth. So that's pretty amazing. So I want to switch gears here just a little bit and ask you what is important in your life. And the reason we're asking this is a lot of people have given up on their dreams and their hopes. And we feel like we are hope messengers coming to you right wherever you are tonight. You might be in your car, your living room, your bedroom, your office, but we want to help you begin to think again about what is important to you. Is it family time, security, travel, better health, less debt? Why does all this matter? It matters because David Schmidt's heart is to help as many families as he can get out of debt in 2025 and beyond. So our family and This Is It team have teamed up with him to get the word out. And we want to bless as many families as we can with this information. So there are 3 ways to earn income. I'm going to touch on them with Jens very quickly. And the first is called product introduction bonus. When you share with someone that you meet, know, care, love, you are just going to give them the opportunity to enroll with you to get their product at a wholesale price. And when they enroll under you by filling out the enrollment form, that is how we always have them enroll. They fill out the enrollment form and we place them in the system to be sure they get in properly and they get wholesale because that is what they want, wholesale pricing. So if they come in on core, you have a product introduction bonus, also called PIB, of $35. For advanced, it's $75, and for premium, it's $405. On the second way to earn income, it's called commission, team commission. You have the ability to earn up to $25,000 a week, and that is accurate. I didn't misstate that. This is a binary. So as you get your position, which is really important, that's why I said, fill this form out before you lay your head on the pillow tonight, because you're going to get a position and you're going to get your product at wholesale. We all build a left and a right leg or a left and a right team. So as we're sharing with people that we're thinking about, and I promise you, as you hear the testimonies tonight, you're going to have so many people you think of that you want to know about this product too, that you would be able to share with them. And not like a restaurant that you go tell them about the restaurant and never get any gift card back. Here, you have an opportunity to earn income back to pay for your own enrollment package and beyond. So, third way to earn income
is matching bonus.
Unlimited income
Yeah,
potential.
this one has no cap on it, and this one here you actually get paid 25% of when you enroll somebody.
Personally,
and they make $100, you make 25. They make 1,000, you make 250. It just keeps right on going. And the people they enroll, you get 20% of that, and those people enroll, you get 20% of that. So
it adds up
this way here can actually surpass the 25,000 a week on the
very quickly
on the commissions.
So I mentioned earlier that there were 2 sites. I talked about that this is at info.com.
Okay, Cindy talked about that. And this is at team.com. This is the place to go, guys. Everything's there. There's videos on the compensation plan, how to build a business, how to talk to people. I mean, every question that
You could have.
you could ask is there, and all the ones you haven't thought of are there
That's
too.
right.
So, I mean, we call this kindergarten for millionaires.
Yes.
And literally, this is a seven-figure opportunity because I've lost track. I think there's 114, maybe it's more than that now, of people that have made seven figures in
Team.
the last 36 months. And that's just our team.
And I
So
want to mention too, if you were wanting to do a deep dive or you want more information, it isn't necessary, believe me. I have shredded this before we got involved, and I'm telling you it's all accurate and it works. But this is in info.com. The first couple of videos are 3 and 4 minutes long. That is exactly what you need to know if you have to know more, because it's right there. And we have Zooms with our teamwork every week. They are live or recorded. You can go to youtube.com at This Is It Team, and you can see the schedule of Monday through Friday. They're opportunity Zooms, just like we just did, sharing about the technology and the opportunity. You can share those Zooms with others. And on Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, you can get on and have an hour. We call it the Power Hour. It's an hour of training that can help you go from start to seven figures and beyond. And we know this from experience. We have created this for a reason. We all do the same thing. We all say the same thing, and we all work together. You are not alone. This is a teamwork effort. So youtube.com at This Is It Team. So our teamwork does a convention once a year. If you want to know more about it, the website is thisisitconvention.com. Our upcoming one is August 8th through 10th in Orlando, Florida. And I encourage you, if you are just hearing for the first time tonight, or maybe you are getting already have been in, but you're not enrolled, get enrolled to be in this convention, because this makes the difference of it going slow or fast for you and your family, and getting debt free and financially free. When you hear the stories,
fast is a whole lot more fun.
yes, and when you hear the stories of what everyone have gone through, you will be so amazed, and you'll know if they can, so can you. So tickets are on sale. We have a ticket package that you can go to thisisitconvention.com and find out what you can get. It's the room, it's the training, hotel room, training, and a meal and dinner evening, dinner party Saturday night, and an optional service on Sunday morning. Or you can just get a room, and a room only, excuse me, I said it all wrong. Excuse me, wipe that. $375 just for the convention and the dinner and the optional service, and get your hotel room on your own. Or if you live local, then you could just stay at home and come back and forth each day. What I want to remind everyone who's already enrolled in building a business is that This Is It Next Level convention. If you are a presidential director, you will be invited to a meeting on August 7th at 6 o'clock. If you are a senior director, there will be a leadership meeting August 8th at 12 noon. This is all at the Omni Orlando Resort at the Champions Gate. But if you are neither of those yet, don't take your foot off the pedal. Put the pedal to the metal. You can still earn these opportunities to be in these special meetings if you qualify 1 hour before that meeting gets started. So this is really important. So who's ready to share? Put your name in the chat. We will call on you to share. If you have a testimony of the technology, or you have a testimony of the business opportunity, we're going to invite you to share. We're just asking, keep your testimony brief and compliant, because I am recording this, and I want you to share how you have been blessed. So go ahead and start putting in the chat so we can pull you up and invite you to share with us. We want to tell you.
All right. Lifeway products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition.
This is our stories that
Yes.
we're sharing,
Yes.
not any claim.
Okay, and earning income with this opportunity takes time, effort, skills, and consistency. Participants may also incur expenses in order to operate a successful business. For a description of typical earnings, see for full earning disclosure report.
All right.
All right.
So here we go. We're so excited to invite others to share their testimonies tonight. And I think, Jens, you want to talk a little bit about a couple of the testimonies we had, why we're waiting for others to open up. Now, I'm going to open up, only unmute yourself as you're called on, please. And I'm going to give you an opportunity to start your video as you're called on too. You know what? I see we've got Lila. So let's go ahead and just open up now and we'll come back in a minute. Lila, you can go ahead and, oh, there you are. You're already ready, girl. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm actually in the car, so we just got home, so I figured I'd just sit here and do my testimony real quick. Well, first of all, I want to, I'm a health coach of 20 plus years, and quick fixes, magic pills, and magic patches. Was never in my repertoire. It was all lifestyle changes, better habits, better eating, exercise, and all that stuff. So when Patty, my sweet Patty, came to me with this patch, um, yeah, I didn't really think it was going to do anything, but I was like, all right, you can put one on me. But as we were talking, literally 30 minutes into wearing the patch, it felt like the lights went back on inside of me. I had been for 3 years just like totally, I feel like a little bit of a walking zombie, just isolated in my house, a lot of brain fog, not very productive. I didn't want to work. I really didn't want to do much. I worked out and cooked, and that was about it. So literally 30 minutes after wearing this patch, it was like the lights went back on and this like energy came into my body, and I was like, wow, this is really crazy. So I went on and happened to tear my hamstring literally the next day. I was doing some things I shouldn't have been doing, and I can definitely tell you that it was a very severe tear, but I'm like 10 months post and able to do, I mean, really good squats and deadlifts and everything that I used to be able to do. So I know that it definitely helped me recover, where my brother took like 2 years to recover from his hamstring tear. I did have a shoulder injury literally 4 days into wearing the patch. That shoulder injury went, it just got better. It was crazy. So, and like you guys said, it's not healing. The patch is not healing me, but obviously it is raising my peptides and activating my stem cells again for my body to heal itself. And I can just feel that happening. The biggest thing for me was my lower back. I had a lot of degeneration and bulging discs and disc tears. And I was doing a lot of rehab type things and nothing was working. And about 3 months into it, I significantly felt like an amazing difference. And now I have almost nothing going on in my lower back, which was remarkable. And it used to be when I would lay in bed and try to turn over, it felt like my spine was going to break. So I feel nothing now when I lay in bed, which is just amazing. So there's so many testimonies. I mean, it just keeps going and going. My latest one, and I'm about 10 months in, but like 2 months ago, I noticed that my pelvic floor seemed to be repairing itself, which it's been 15 years since my first baby, and that whole thing went to heck. Women know, women know this. So I've been doing lots of rehab exercises, whatever I can do to try to, get it to get better, and nothing has ever helped. And it's like, it just it feels solid again, which is just absolutely amazing. So those are just some of the things. And the other thing, I decided right from the beginning, because of the way I felt right from the first patch, I was like, you know what? Like, I want to know if this is the real thing. And so I started sharing with all kinds of people right away, because I wanted them to test it out to see if, they would get a result. So I just went crazy and started sharing it. And actually, my efforts got me to earn a trip to Mexico with the company, which was so much fun. And I got to hang out with Cindy and Jens the whole time. I got to bring my husband, and it was all paid for. It was just an absolutely amazing trip. And I have attempted a couple of network marketing companies before and was not successful, but because this is such a unique thing and it's doing something so unique that everybody wants right now, it was very easy for me to share, and then people are seeing results so quickly. It spreads. And now, you know, my people that have been wearing the patches are feeling so many differences and sharing with other people. So it's been an amazing journey, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm sticking with it, and I'm excited to share with everyone. Everyone needs to wear this patch.
Thank you, Lila. And hasn't it been important, the consistency that
Yeah.
you have done with the patch has made all the difference in the world.
Yeah. I mean, if I can give you some recommendations, you know, wear it for a year. Like don't even go with the months for your age or whatever the recommendation is. Wear it for a year. Just give it a real try and wear it every single day. And I'm going to tell you this thing too is drink way more water than what you used to drink. I mean, I drink probably 3 times as much water as I did before. I literally, like, I can just feel the effects of being more hydrated. I have way more energy when I stay hydrated, because there's just so much, my body's just repairing so much, and you know, detoxing, and that the fluid is really important to help get all that stuff out and make everything work better. Yeah.
Thank you so much. We love you. I can't wait
Yeah.
to see you in our
Thank you for having me on.
team. And Patty Neely, if you will get yourself ready to open up, I want to just make a comment here that anyone who wants to share a testimony of the technology or the opportunity, and by the way, Lila and Joe are directors heading for senior director. They are on fire. But anyone that wants to share, please put your name in the chat, and we're going to call on you. It'll help some little organization and not losing much time tonight in between. But Patty Neely, go ahead, darling.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you. If you drop your
Okay.
name down just a little bit, we'll be able to see your face.
Oh, hold on a minute.
There you are.
There we go. Oh, and if it
Hey,
falls, I'm
beautiful.
sorry. Hi,
You.
hi, Jones.
Hey.
Well, I'll make mine real short. Ditto. Ditto from Lila. I guess I started writing some things down, and because I had so much going on, but it was part of my life, so I really didn't pay too much attention to it other than, you know, what I had to do every day. I had back pain, I've had surgeries, I've had car accidents, I've had my face reconstructed a bit. I had arthritis, they told me, from head to toe. And it's just gone. But recently was a big one. And I'm not exactly sure when this happened. When I had my closed head injury, I got instant tinnitus. And I could liken it to the high pitched sound on an ambulance 24/7 for almost 30 years. So I never actually had any peace. And just a couple months ago, I'm noticing I don't have the fan on, I don't have the radio on, I don't have the TV on to drown out, you know, the screaming.
Wow.
It's gone. It's quiet for the first time in almost 3 decades. And if this did absolutely nothing else for me than that, I'm so grateful.
Patty, how long have you been on the patch again?
27 months.
That's amazing. So that is a really, really, really important testimony you just gave. She didn't claim that this little patch healed, cured, or treated her. What she said was her body was able to repair itself, but it took 27 months for her to get the most valuable testimony that she had been looking for and didn't even know it was going to come. Am I correct?
Right.
You didn't feel the repair work taking place.
No,
You just all of a sudden realized that there it was.
No,
I
no,
love this.
I had no idea. And I was just thinking today how often I would have to lay down and prop my legs up on the couch or because of the back pain and the spinal stenosis, and like ditto on Lila's thing. But I'm not doing that anymore. I can sit for hours, and I just don't even think about it.
Wow.
So it's kind of like you went from a state of, oh gosh, I got to deal with all this stuff, to it's gone and I forgot about it and I'm moving forward, and praise God.
Yep. You know, as a nurse, I always said, when you have pain, you know you have pain. When the pain goes away, you forgot you had pain. And it's
Right.
kind of like that with this, as your body repairs itself, you just all of a sudden, like my grandkids pointed out to me, I wasn't confusing their names. Well, I didn't catch it, they caught it. And then I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. So things just kind of happen and you're oblivious of the improvement until somebody points it out
Yeah.
or you recognize it.
That's really important. There's a lot of people saying, well, I don't feel anything, or I'm waiting for my feeling or whatever. Well, most of the testimonies we've had, it takes blood work, it takes a dentist,
Right.
it takes a what's the dermatologist
Yeah,
or whoever to say, hey, what's going on with you?
yeah,
On your own, you may not see it because a
that's
lot a
right.
lot of it is so subtle, but it's big, it's huge.
That's awesome. Patty, thank you so much.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Thanks for letting me
I love
share.
it. And what about the opportunity? How has it blessed you for
I was
27
going to
months?
just sneak into that a little bit because
Yeah.
I think for that, I have hope now because I tried to go back to work and obviously with my issues, I could not. So
Mm,
I toughed through it for 2 years. It was not fun. It was not a good program. And I left because I couldn't do the job that I wanted to do. I was sitting at a computer.
wow.
And now then when Lynn called and was, persistently lovingly taking her time to make sure I knew what was going on. So that we just started with the health, and I was like Leah, I was ignorance on fire. But then I realized there was money coming into my account, and I went, my gosh, I just got double blessed. So
Oh,
I am now a director heading towards senior director as well, and I'm very excited.
that's awesome. Yeah, this plan might be B or C, but for some it becomes plan A, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love
Mm-hmm.
it. Thank you so
Mm-hmm.
much, Patty. Thank you for
Thank you.
sharing. And I see that Jiva in Canada has he's now unmuted himself. Jiva, do you have a testimony you'd like to share with us?
Yes, thank you, Cindy and Jens, for the opportunity.
Yes.
So, we've been wearing the patch for about 18 months now. And about a week after I started wearing it. Actually, I started wearing them first before Slojana did. Um, I noticed that I was dreaming every night, which was very unusual. In our family, we always say that Slojana is a dreamer because she tends to remember dreams and have them more frequently. And so it didn't dawn on me right away what was actually going on. But then I realized that one of the things the X39 is known to do is to put you into a deeper sleep than before. So I was in REM sleep way more than I had been before. And so that was my first indication that this patch was actually doing something. And then I also noticed that some residual pain that I had had in, I think it was my right shoulder and my left elbow. After a while, like I didn't notice it. I'm thinking like I hardly actually noticed the pain disappearing, but then it's like lo and behold, oh, where's that pain that I used to have all the time? It was gone. I
Wow.
had also been working with a personal trainer for about maybe 4 or 5 months at that time, and it basically kind of plateaued. We kind of kept at the same resistance level and so on. After wearing the patch, when I was working out with him, I just felt like I could handle more. And he kind of looked at me like, "You sure? Are you sure?" And then one day he pointed out one of the machines and he said, "Do you realize that in the last 2 months, you've actually doubled the resistance that you used to be able to
Wow.
handle before?" And so what the slide talks about, increased energy and stamina, that was very much a
Recovery.
reality to me. Yeah. But really, Jensen, Cindy, the most incredible testimonies actually started to show up when I started sharing with others. So some of the people that I started sharing with, which actually encouraged me to share even more, because people were reporting, and like as you said in the presentation, some of the testimonies are very emotional. So there was a young woman that I knew who had to quit her online job because she couldn't handle the pain in her body was so awful that she couldn't sit at a computer and do anything for any extended period of time. She wore the patch for the very first time, and the next morning she woke up and all her pain was gone. She came skipping down the stairs, and her mom said, "What are you doing, girl?" It's like, "Well, mom, my pastor friends, introduced me to this patch, and so mom immediately said, "You better get some of that for me as well." And so it was like just a dramatic testimony, an eye opener for me. And we had another friend, and Cindy and Jens, you met Simone Stobie,
Yeah.
who was on dialysis,
Yeah.
and really felt that like she couldn't see any sunlight or daylight at the end of it, and she started to urinate after being on the patch for
Yes.
3 weeks, and I didn't realize the significance of it until somebody explained to me that when you're on dialysis, like that's an impossibility.
Yes.
Uh, and she also had her gums were all black. They all turned pink within a week of wearing the patch. And she called me on the phone one day, and she's like, "Sir, I've never met you before. You just know my husband, but I'm so grateful." Like she was crying, and I was like, "Oh my goodness." All I did was share something, and I shared with her husband for a totally different reason. But so that's just the beginning. There's many more testimonies that we've seen through people that we have shared with, and which just basically confirmed, for us personally, what we already knew from listening to other people's testimonials. And today, when we get new people started, we tell them, you know what, you will get your testimony,
You will.
but don't hold other people back from their testimony.
Yeah.
Share as quickly as you can. Even if you're starting out with the core pack, keep one for yourself, one sleeve, and take the other two sleeves and basically play Santa Claus
Yeah.
and give them to as many people as possible, two, three at a time, and you'll be amazed how many testimonials you get in a very short time, and that will spur you on to do even more. So that's on the technology side, and I'm a retired pastor. I've been retired for a few years, and Slojan is actually working and will be retiring very soon in the next few months. And so we're pretty confident that at the rate our business is growing, that we will be able to bridge the gap between her pension check and her paychecks simply with our LifeWave income
Yeah.
because it just keeps on coming week after week after week. So
Yeah.
we're very thankful to God for our sponsor, Richard Booth, who introduced us to this technology and to the company, and for the leadership that Cindy and Jens that you have been providing, and the encouragement, the personal care that you have for all of your team, because we've experienced that. So very appreciative and thankful to God for you all.
Well, and we love the two of you so much and your whole team. We have fallen in love with your team, and we just appreciate that you even brought us in to get to know them, because I think that's probably the greatest part of what X39 has done for us is the relationships that have come about in our lives, getting to be that messenger of hope, but also celebrate with others. And when you were talking about Simone, I remember the night she shared her testimony, and it was one of those tear-jerker testimonies
Yes.
because of what had happened for her and the changes that she had experienced. The other highlight that came to me is that you all had also earned a trip, and you were in, where were we at together? Was it Punta Cana?
Yeah, yeah, Punta Cana, yeah.
Punta Cana, and Catherine Nash, and who else?
Rebecca.
Rebecca. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I fell in love with Rebecca and Catherine. Yeah, we had the best time together on a free trip. And that
Yes.
was Punta Cana, Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
And that was amazing. So these are the things that have gotten to happen for us, is to do life together.
Yeah.
And we've learned as much from Jiva or more than you've learned from us, I'm sure. So thank you so much for being with us tonight. Thank you for sharing.
And very quickly, you mentioned both Catherine and Rebecca. They both had phenomenal testimonials.
Yes.
Catherine's bone density went up like at an abnormally high level. When I say abnormal in a positive sense, within about 3 months of being on the patch. And then Rebecca had some issues with her monthly cycles and so on,
Yes.
which resulted in her losing a lot of work days. every
Yeah.
month clockwork, and that was completely taken care of, I believe, in 2 months' time. So yeah, that's why we could probably share 100 testimonials from our
We
team.
could, right? Right. Steva, we love you
Yeah,
both.
we
Thank
love you
you
guys.
so much. And by the way, mention your book right now in case somebody is dealing with marriage issues. I've got it up here. I can't remember how the
Yeah,
title goes.
it's called The Unbreakable Marriage. And
One more
it's
time.
the Unbreakable Marriage.
There it is. There it
Yeah,
is.
and
Yep.
it's available on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, all
Yeah.
these big
Amazing
places.
book. Yeah, we have so much talent in this teamwork. It's not even funny. Jiva, thank you. Give your wife our love too.
All right, thank you for the opportunity again.
Yes,
God
thank
bless.
you. So who else do we have? Let me see if we've got anybody else on here. Do we have anyone else trying to share a testimony? Come on, y'all. There are so many testimonies out there. We've got 8 more minutes. Give me some more testimonies. Who else wants to share? I know there's somebody out there that's got one, because we've got some powerful testimonies. I can see your names and I know you've got amazing testimonies.
Hey, Cindy, this is Lynn.
Hey, Lynn, thank you. I know you and Guy have some whoppers of testimonies
I
too.
know. I know. I don't, I guess my video's not on, but you know,
You should be
between
able
the
to, you should
huh?
be able to open it. Try one more time.
Okay, let's see if I can go down here. You know, I'm always challenged with this.
It's all right.
I know. Okay, here you go.
So Lynn, she's just showing you right now that anybody can do this. She's doing this on purpose so you can see that anybody can
I'm
do.
doing this on purpose. Why isn't it starting? Anyway, am I there?
You're
Yep,
here.
we
You got
see.
Okay. Anyway, what I wanted to share with you, we have so many testimonies, and it's easy to get wrapped up when you're talking to people to talk about your testimonies. And it's difficult to not talk about your testimonies because we have life-changing testimonies. Some of you have heard them. My husband, his neuropathy is 90% gone. His blood disease that he had, that could be leukemia, after 2 months, he's never had to have blood taken out. It's gone. My granddaughter,
blood filtering every month for
right,
you.
he had, yeah, phlebotomy every single month. And so after 2 months, he had his, yeah, for, it's been 3 years, he's never had another phlebotomy. So, and then my granddaughter, she was born with her right brain and left brain not connected. And they didn't even know if she'd be able to eat or sit up. And she's going to preschool. She's 4.5. She's been wearing the patch for 2 years. So aside from that, I mean, I know it's so difficult because when you meet someone, you have that enthusiasm and excitement, and you want to share all about this, but you really have to make it about them.
Yes.
And that's
Yeah.
the part that I find difficult is I just want to tell them everything. And maybe Guy finds it more difficult than me because we just want to tell them everything. And then people's reactions sometimes are, well, I'm not looking for a sales pitch. And it hurts. It hurts your feeling because you're not trying to give them a sales pitch. You're trying to help people, right? But we've come to a really good place in our life, and we've come to a really good place in the business, and we're sharing with everyone that we can meet, and our business is growing. We have people that are growing in our business, and we didn't know because we had no retirement income because we had to get rid of our Goodyear store. So we've been in a conventional business, and now we didn't know what we were going to do. And even though I said no, never, no, never, here we are. And we're so blessed to have you guys in our life and to be directing us. So we appreciate that so much.
You are very welcome. And Lynn and Guy Millett are in Noonan, Georgia. They are senior directors. And what I love about their story is that when we reached out to them to see how they were doing, we'd known them years before, and it took quite a while for Lynn to feel comfortable with calling us back because she didn't
A little
know
bit.
we'd be calling. So when you're reaching out to someone and maybe they are saying, oh, this wouldn't be for me. I've heard of those things. We haven't heard of this one. Give them time and just drip on them with encouragement and hope. Be that hope messenger because Lynn and Guy are, well, I should say Lynn Guy is really grateful that Lynn called us back when he was saying, honey, please call her back, because they didn't know what we were calling for. And yet it has made all the difference in the world because Guy just bought a brand new convertible a few months ago because they needed another car because he's driving again and he's coaching his grandson's soccer team and he's doing all of these things that he thought he wasn't going to be able to do
That's
again.
right.
Remember the line was, I thought my next vehicle was going to be a wheelchair.
That's right.
This is what we say about emotional. We're not making a claim that this patch treated, healed, or cured anyone. This is our story, and we're sticking to it.
Right, that's right. And this is a wonderful business, you guys. And just go out and softly, and I say softly, share and ask questions and help them so that they can understand what they have their hands on. And it isn't always the first day. You know, they're not going to understand it. Sometimes it takes a lot of time. So thanks for all your help.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lynn and Guy. We love you both. We love all of the testimonies tonight. Oh my gosh, they've been amazing. And I want to share just a couple of moments of when Jens and I are out and about, we're just starting conversation with others. And when we share, we're simply getting their information from them. Like we'll meet somebody out and about and you don't always have time when you're running to board a plane or you're in the grocery store. So one of the first things I do as I meet people is I'm saying to them, how can let's get connected. And so I just pull out my cell phone and I have them put their information in and I'm like, let's get connected. And if I have a few extra moments, I'm going to just say to them, and Jiva mentioned this, I just say, let me let you feel what this patch is like. I want you to know that nothing weird happens. You don't even feel anything, but it's working. It's working. Why I'm going about today was our last day with a bunch of grandchildren for the last week. We got a couple of back to Georgia last night and the rest back to in Florida here today. But I didn't feel a thing that this patch was doing while we were running around with grandchildren at the beach and everything we were doing. It was doing its thing. So I just want to encourage you, if you haven't tried the patch yet, or maybe you're listening to the recording, this is something you don't want to ignore. It's so simple. Just get back with the person who invited you to hear more. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. Yeah. So we are going to share a couple more slides as we close down now. I know it's 8 o'clock and we are going to remind you that at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, which is right now, This Is It team, which is our team, has a Zoom coming on at 8 p.m. and again at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard. Go to YouTube at This Is It team and you will see Terry Beatley, this beautiful face, this wonderful lady, sharing at 8 o'clock. And it's the same opportunity Zoom that we just shared. You could call a friend and ask them to get on with you. And she will be doing a little motivational message following. And again, at 10 p.m., she'll do another opportunity Zoom.
So call, I was going to say, so call all your friends on the West Coast. It'll be, it'd be 7 o'clock or what time will it be?
7.
Yeah, 7 o'clock at their house.
Yep. 10 p.m. Eastern. That's right. So take advantage of these. Everybody shares for you sometimes until you get started. Just use these Zooms. And then we're going to close tonight out with the prayer that we shared last week. And so as I finish this prayer, we just want you to know we want you to have an amazing week. We're here for you. And this recording will be posted within the hour. But we're just going to pray this prayer over you as we close out now and close out the Zoom. Thank you, Lord. I'm being added to and not subtracted from. You are my provider, and this week will be a supernatural week. We are sharing this. It is a prayer or a message taken from Kingdom Business, written by Pastor Rodney Howard-Browne. We know there are various beliefs here tonight represented, and we love this because it just encourages us. So Monday is going to be a day of increase. If it's today's Monday and it's not over, increase is still coming. Tuesday will be a day of multiplication. Wednesday will be a day of heaven's rain. And Thursday will be a day of being overtaken by the blessing of heaven.
Friday is the day of the flood of God. And Saturday is the day where there is no room to receive. And Sunday, I receive supernatural suddenlies and supernatural blessings. We love you guys.
God bless you all.